Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. It is Tuesday, and dude, the AI news cycle is just absolutely relentless right now. I am Taylor.
And I am Morgan. Relentless is definitely the word. We have got courtroom drama, corporate shifts, and, well, some reality checks on AI coding.
Like, seriously, so much to cover today. We are talking Elon Musk's lawsuit, ChatGPT's security updates, and a whole lot of agentic AI hype.
Right, which means it is my job to cut through that hype and figure out what actually matters for our listeners today.
Okay, first up, let's talk about some major courtroom drama. I saw this on TechCrunch. Elon Musk has this expert witness in his OpenAI trial, Stuart Russell.
Wait, Stuart Russell? He is a massive name in AI research, like wrote the literal textbook on it. What is his angle here?
Exactly. Dude is a legend. So he is basically warning about an AGI arms race. He thinks governments really need to step in and restrain these frontier labs.
I mean, that aligns perfectly with Musk's lawsuit narrative, right? Claiming OpenAI abandoned its safe, nonprofit mission just to chase profits in AGI.
Totally. Russell is saying that without regulation, companies are just going to cut corners. He's like super worried about the existential risks if they just rush it.
But here's the skeptical take. Is a trial between two tech billionaires really the right place to figure out global AI regulation? Seems a bit messy.
Oh, it is incredibly messy, but having someone like Russell on the stand gives Musk's case a ton of credibility. It is not just billionaire sour grapes anymore.
Fair point. If the guy who wrote the textbook is saying slow down, maybe the courts and the rest of us should actually listen.
Right. And Russell specifically called out that we need hard rules, not just voluntary safety pledges that companies can ignore when it gets inconvenient.
Which is exactly what we have seen lately. Voluntary pledges only work until a competitor releases a faster model. Then all bets are off.
Moving on, this next story from the Decoder is so interesting. Apparently, Anthropic and OpenAI finally agree on something huge.
Oh wow, those two agreeing? That is rare. Let me guess, they both realize that building the models is only half the battle?
Dude, yes, exactly that. They are realizing that just selling API access is not enough. Selling AI actually requires like a ton of hands-on services.
Because mid-market businesses cannot just take a raw AI model and magically make it work. They need integration, consulting, the whole nine yards.
Right. So Anthropic is teaming up with Blackstone, Goldman Sachs, and others to launch a brand new AI services company just for Claude.
Wait, really? A dedicated services company? That is a massive shift. It shows the bottleneck isn't the AI's capability. It is corporate adoption.
Totally. It is like they built this amazing sports car, but nobody knows how to drive it. So now they have to build driving schools too.
That is a great analogy. And OpenAI is doing similar enterprise pushes. It really highlights that the build it and they will come phase is officially over.
And it is not just small partners either. We are talking major players throwing their weight behind this. It is a huge signal to the market.
Right. When Goldman Sachs gets involved, you know there is serious money on the line. They see the enterprise AI gap as a massive revenue opportunity.
Yeah, it is getting super corporate now, but honestly, it makes sense. If you want those massive enterprise contracts, you gotta hold their hands a bit.
Exactly. The big money isn't in a $20 monthly subscription. It is in transforming a Fortune 500 company's entire workflow, which takes armies of consultants.
Okay, let's pivot to something that affects pretty much everyone listening. ZDNet reported that your ChatGPT account just got a lot more secure.
I saw that, but there is a catch, right? It is not turned on by default. You actually have to go in and opt into it.
Yeah, that is the weird part. OpenAI added this advanced account security feature. It has 4 different settings to safeguard your data, but you gotta activate them.
which is classic tech industry behavior. They roll out better privacy and security, but bury it in a menu so most people never use it.
I just don't get why they hide it. Like, if you have the tools to protect users, why make them jump through hoops to find it?
It usually comes down to user friction. Security features often slow down the login process, and tech companies are terrified of anything that reduces daily active users.
I know, right? But anyway, it includes things like multi-factor authentication and better control over how your data is used.
So what exactly are these four settings? Because honestly, anyone using ChatGPT for work or personal stuff needs to go flip these switches today.
It is mostly around session management, logging out of all devices, and stricter data sharing limits. It is super easy to do in the settings menu.
It feels like OpenAI is trying to get ahead of enterprise security concerns. If people don't trust a platform, they won't put sensitive data in it.
Totally. And with all the hacks happening lately, you really don't want your entire chat history exposed. Some people put their whole lives in there, dude.
I think the takeaway here is simple. Pause this podcast, go to your ChatGPT settings, and turn on Advanced Account Security. Do not wait around.
All right, last topic for today. We have to talk about AI coding agents. ZDNet had this wild article about the 5 myths of the agentic coding apocalypse.
The coding apocalypse. Everyone thinks AI is just going to replace all software engineers tomorrow. I'm guessing this article throws cold water on that?
Oh, buckets of cold water. It basically says that while agentic AI promises super fast coding, there are massive hidden risks that could derail everything.
Right, because writing code is easy, but maintaining it, testing it, and making sure it is secure, that is where AI agents usually fall flat on their faces.
Exactly. The article points out that developers really need to rethink how they validate machine-generated software. You can't just let the AI run wild.
Wait, so what are some of the specific myths? Is one of them that AI code is bug-free? Because we all know that is a joke.
Yeah, that is a big one. Another myth is that you won't need human supervision anymore. Turns out you need humans more than ever to supervise.
Which means the job of a software engineer isn't disappearing, it is just shifting. You go from typing lines of code to basically managing a team of robot interns.
Dude, robot interns is the perfect way to describe it. They work super fast, but they make dumb mistakes, and you have to double-check everything they do.
And if you don't double check, you end up with security vulnerabilities at scale. The risk isn't that AI replaces us, it is that it automates our mistakes.
So true. It is like, yes, adopt the AI agents, but maybe don't fire your QA team just yet. We still need humans to fix the robots' messes.
Exactly. The agentic era is here, but it requires more discipline, not less. It is a reality check the industry desperately needs right now.
Man, what a packed episode. From Elon's courtroom battles to robot coding interns, the AI world is just never boring.
Never boring, but always in need of a little healthy skepticism. Make sure you turn on those ChatGPT security settings, folks.
For real, go do that right now. That is it for today. We will be back tomorrow with more AI news.